making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Look at that.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Outside Fournier. Offline with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Isaac. A three-pointer off the mark. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Young, right side. Pass to Hunter. Clock at 6. Outside, Bogdanovich. Capella kicks to Hunter. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the inside. Fournier against Bogdanovich. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Over Hunter. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That is the size and power coming into play right there. Vucevic excels at using his physical advantages to capitalize.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Shots good from Young.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Bogdanovich against Fournier. Cans it from downtown. 6 points for Vucevic. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Fultz looking around. Now the pass to Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And that's now 7 points for Trae Young. Fultz kicks to Fournier. Vucevic against Capella. From 11 feet away. And it's Vucevic missing. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to New York. Here's Hunter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Outside Fournier. And the rejection by Collins. And now here comes Young leading the break. And there's Hunter on the assist by Young.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Passes to Isaac. Here's Gordon. Over Young. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Hawks leading by 5. Capella, high post. Vucevic on him. Capella with the bucket.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
To end the run. And it's Vucevic missing. The Hawks have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Hunter with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And let's take a look here at John Collins. He's coming off an excellent season. 15th in rebounding, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Young outside, three-pointer, bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 10.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. It's a 10-point game. Trying to end the drought. He lays it in.
Well, this guy is the very definition of undersized but tough-minded. Through the contact, DJ goes.
Pass to Herter. Back to Young. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 12.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Ross. That shot missing. And Atlanta will come the other way. Young taking his time here. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Augustine, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Young passes to Jones. Stolen by Bamba. Now here's Ennis. Gallinari covering. Bamba kicks to Augustine. There's the pass to Ross. Shot clock at 6. Ball stolen. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Herter. Here's Fernando. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. 5th best, Gallinari.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
That one misses.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And, Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship. Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Ennis passes to Augustine. Kicks it to Bamba. Shot clock at 5. To end the cold streak. Rebound by the Hawks. Fernando's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Orlando, they've got Mohamed Bamba. Ennis out there with Aminu. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Ross in at the 2 spot. Goes up on the block. Here's Labissiere. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Augustine against Young. Augustine passes to Ross. Back to Augustine. Over Young. And Orlando again with the bucket.
That ability to change direction, switch gears, stay in control. DJ Augustine doing it all on that dribble drive.
Gallinari outside. Inside. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Gallinari. 16 points for Trae Young.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect as his strength is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? How do you defend this?
Impossible.
Indeed. The Hawks leading by 15. Here's Hunter, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Orlando called for the foul.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Hunter.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Both good from the line that time. Or some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Shot by Gordon, wide open, and that one goes long.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Back to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Young. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And that's now 18 points for Trae Young. Bogdanovich against Fournier. He kicks it to Fultz. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Fultz. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Puts up a three. Fultz, no good. The Hawks leading by 19. Here's Young. And he drops it in from the low post. Young's got 20. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Damian Jones is checked in for Clint Capella.
And let's check out stats for Fournier. How he did last season. Averaged about 15 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
Collins finds Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 8 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Bogdanovich. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
And Young kicks to Collins. Down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The Hawks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That's good from Young. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Pass to Fultz. 6 to shoot over Young, and Fultz gets it to go. Fultz has got his first points of the game.
One of the keys as a perimeter player is always stay focused through contact. Markelle Fultz makes that shot despite the physical contact.
Collins passes to Jones. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
For Atlanta, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. First one falls for him. Atlanta making some changes. Skal Labissière's checked in for John Collins. Alinari comes in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Young. Orlando also making some changes. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Ross comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And the foul called on Skal Labissière. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. Augustine against Bogdanovich. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Magic shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Boy, DJ Augustine, the number 9 pick in 2008, he has certainly been well traveled in his career.
Ross on the wing, defended by Labissière. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And despite the journeyman career, Augustine is playing his best ball now.
Well, it's reflected in his shooting percentages, Kevin. Over the last few seasons, he has really taken off in terms of his efficiency. This is probably one of the most underrated shooters in the NBA.
And a career high in scoring, Doris, for Terrence Ross last season.
Boy, he thrived in the instant offense role off the bench. This guy unleashed into an aggressive, assertive, shot-hunting scorer. What a season he had.
And both free throws good for Ross.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Bogdanovich against Augustine. Back to Bogdanovich. At the top of the key, Labissière. Pulls up on the elbow. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Ross, that's good.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Bogdanovich passes to Gallinari. To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ross. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Ennis, he's checked in for Vucevic.
One shot.
Ross no good on the free throw.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Pass to Fernando. Outside Bogdanovich. And the pass to Gallinari. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. For Atlanta, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And so it's Atlanta feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 24 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
More spectacular play by Trae Young. It's not just the skill set, it's the instincts of the game. Makes quick reads, and he's decisive.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was...
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. Just 5 to shoot. Fournier gets a wide open look. Rebound Atlanta. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Now, here's Fultz. Outside Fournier. Fires from deep. The Magic again can't hit. The Hawks leading by 21. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Up top, Fournier. He's guarded by Collins. Passes it to Fultz. Now, Vucevic. He's got 10. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And here's Bogdanovich. 6 points for him. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
Isaac kicks to Fultz. Pass to Vucevic. Fultz with the ball. Can they get it? Another miss by Orlando.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Doesn't go for him. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Fournier. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a skilled finish from Evan Fournier. The experience and the toughness to overcome the defense.
And the Hawks making a change here. Herter's checked in. And that one falls for Fournier. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here's Young. Hits it from about 6 feet away. Young's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fultz kicks to Fournier. Now here's Fultz, defended by Young. Pass to Fournier. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the 3-point shot. Fournier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
Here's Young. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Here's Fultz. Outside Fournier. And there's the pass to Gordon. The 11-footer. Rebound Atlanta. Hunter's got 4 rebounds in this game. The Hawks leading by 23. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Aaron Gordon. Good season for him last year. He was around 16 points per last year. 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And he's good on the second. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Passes it to Ross. Fernando pulls it in. Hawks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Augustine with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Kicks to Ennis. Pass to Ross. Shot clock at 6. No good that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Herter. He's guarded by Ross. Herter passes to Fernando. The Hawks again can't hit.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, you love the show of aggressiveness right there from Mo Bamba. You want to get physical with me? I'm going to score it on the interior.
Pass to Fernando. Outside, Jones. Gallinari in the corner. Shot on the wing. Atlanta again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Ennis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now, here's Hunter. 9 points in the game so far, and it's good, 2 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. The feed to Aminu. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. Herter passes to Fernando. Dishes to Hunter. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Now Ross. 6 points for him. The pass to Augustine. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Atlanta leading by 20. On the court for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
And here's Fultz. Clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes.
And I just love when Fultz goes with that floater, showing a desire to add to his arsenal offensively.
Jones looking for an opening. It's Young on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Vucevic. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Young pass to Labissiere. Gallinari against Aminu. Back to Labissiere. And Vucevic pulls it down.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Out to the right wing. Fultz with the ball. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Shots good from Young.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella comes in for Jones, and it's John Collins in for Skal Labissiere. Young finds Collins. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And here's Gallinari outside. Rebound by the Magic. Passes it to Isaac. Up and in on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Young drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young, really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of them.
Here's Vucevic, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. And Young kicks to Gallinari. And Capella with the basket on the assist from Gallinari. Gallinari's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Fultz. Pass to Isaac. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Isaac's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Jonathan Isaac, if he can consistently make shots, he has got such incredible potential.
To the paint. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Evan Fournier. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Here's Gallinari. A shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Fultz. Here's Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It's a problem trying to deal with the athleticism of Aaron Gordon. You've got to be more careful as a defender.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. And good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Pass to Fultz. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, this is what's evolving over time, right? Markelle Fultz running the pick and roll, such a precise play.
Young outside. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Fournier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
5 to shoot. Young passes to Capella. Good. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And Orlando has possession. Now here's Fultz. The pass to Gordon. Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Reddish the pass to Herter. Here's Fernando. Guarded by Augustine. Passes it to Herter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Great positioning on the putback.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Now, Reddish. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it. the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Now, here's Hunter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young's shot is off. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Lloyd Pierce. He talked about the impact that Aaron Gordon can have, saying he's built for today's game with his mobility and strength. We've got to match his activity out there to have success. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Count that one from Isaac.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
Young taking his time here. A 3 from Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Isaac. Here's Fultz. And he banks in the layup.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Young outside. Fournier against Bogdanovich. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Bogdanovich has got 5.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Fultz the pass to Fournier. Now here's Vucevic. Shoots over Capella. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Second is Clint Capella.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Fournier against Bogdanovich. Outside Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Drills the three-pointer.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Bogdanovich dishes to Young. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Passes to Isaac. Lets it go with a 3. That shot off. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high-usage player. He is highly efficient.
Bogdanovich against Fournier. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. The Magic trail by 3. Fultz looking around. The pass to Isaac. 6 to shoot. Fournier for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Yes, that goes in. Bogdanovich has got 9.
Well, Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair, and you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Now here's Fournier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks leading by 5. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And so here's Orlando following the bucket by the Hawks. Outside Fournier. The dish to Vucevic. He can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Collins trying to break free. Bogdanovich, no luck. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. 7-point differential.
And the speed of Fultz is lethal. When he has a full head of steam, he's looking to tear the rim off the hinges.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can't fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry? Exactly.
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Now here is Augustine. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Bamba. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Good on both. Greg, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Here's Herter. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now here's Ross. He's guarded close. Up top, Bamba. And no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Young. Here's Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Herter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
1:21 left in the first quarter of the game. Young against Augustine. Here's Bamba. Good D by Jones.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And Herter gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here is Ross following the bucket by the Hawks. He kicks it to Augustine. Over Young. And there's Augustine. That's good on the assist from Ross.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Young passes to Jones. Gallinari down low. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Augustine passes to Bamba. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Augustine against Young. Here's Augustine. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
The Hawks leading by 9. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Jones is out there with Scal Labissiere, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now, here is Gallinari. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least one three-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in, 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
And Aminu kicks to Augustine. Pass to Bamba. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Ennis. From outside, off the mark. A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
Herter, no good. The Magic trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hawks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. They get a hand on it. Labissiere, the pass to Herter. And Jones has it in the corner. Kicks it to Labissiere. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Herter, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Passes it to Ennis. Back to Ross. Beyond the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Here's Fultz, and Capella sends it down. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Atlanta leading by 11. Hunter with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Hunter. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there was some great first last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, D.A., it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Now the pass to Isaac. Now Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Here's Collins, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Fultz, the pass to Isaac. Vucevic with it. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. The Magic again can't hit. Here's Atlanta. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Herter, who's guarded by Fournier. Herter, no good. The Magic trail by 17. Fournier dishes to Fultz. Shot clock at 6. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Fultz has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Hawks leading by 15. Pass to Collins. Fournier against Bogdanovich. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Hey, man, Bogdanovich can play. Someone who wants to score as much as that guy, gotta love it.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And the Hawks making a change here.
And looking now at some numbers for Herter. Last season's performance for him averaged about 9 points a game last year. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Fournier and Capella sends it back.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
The Magic trail by 17. Here's Fournier, and Capella sends it back.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And that one's good. Hunter.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herter's pass leads to an open look.
The Magic shooting only 21% from the field so far. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's stolen by Capella. Here's Fernando. Up and in from the low block. Fernando's got his first bucket in this one. Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that overall athleticism of Fultz. Awesome at getting inside and finishing with power.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 20. Here's Isaac. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Isaac's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. The 6th pick back in 2017. 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
For the Hawks, Damian Jones is checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Hunter. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Isaac. Ross is checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Ross with a wide open look. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Ross has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Young against Augustine. There's Gallinari with the three. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Hawks lead by 18.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Ross. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Trae Young showing off his finishing ability on the inside.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Now here is Augustine. From deep 3-point range.
Like the defensive effort from Young there. He gave it all and was rewarded with the miss.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hawks on top, up 19. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the match. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Bogdanovich really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac into the small forward. Now here's Fultz, defended by Young. And here's Fultz. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hunter, the pass to Capella. Here's Young. It's stolen by Fultz. All alone and finished off by Fultz.
And you gotta love just the attack mentality of Fultz. Always getting after it on D. Skilled at taking the ball away from the opposition.
Young's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Fultz with the ball. 10 points for him. Pass to Vucevic. Over Young. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Fultz. Vucevic has got 5 now.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Young dishes to Collins. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Fournier finds Vucevic. Right wing. Here's Fultz. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And this is an area that you like to see Fultz work on. If he can develop a consistent mid-range jumper, it's over for the rest of the league.
Bogdanovich, and again, it's Atlanta.
And coming from a background with player development, for head coach Lloyd Pierce?
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Isaac with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
That's good from Isaac. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Young outside. Capella, the pass to Hunter. He shoot again, and it's sent back by Isaac. It's Fournier on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Over Hunter. Gordon trying to break loose. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 7.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Now Young. He's got 10. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, this has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Connects from three-point range.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Bogdanovich, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Well, the thing you think about with Bogdanovich, besides his first name being in his last name, is potential. A young, raw prospect with plenty of upside.
The Magic making a switch here. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Gordon. James Ennis comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. Aminu down low. Labissiere is there, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for the Magic. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Augustine against Young. The pass to Fernando. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 5th rebound in this one. That's good from Augustine. The assist from Ross. Augustine's got his 2nd basket of the game. Atlanta leading by 16. And Young kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Fernando. And here is Labissiere. Pass to Fernando. Clock at 6. Back to Labissiere. Lets it go from deep. And Bamba pulls it down. The Magic trail by 16. Ross passes to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Here's Bogdanovich. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Feeds to Bamba. Now here is Augustine. Passes it to Aminu. Back to Augustine. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks leading by 16. Bogdanovich passes to Fernando. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Augustine, no luck.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Ennis. Gallinari covering. Ennis taking his time here. Misses the three. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Gallinari passes to Young. From deep. He can't get that one. And so it's Atlanta holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Going in quarter number 4. Scal Labissiere out there with Gallinari. Then it's Jones. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Young in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Now Bogdanovich showing he's got speed out on the wing and running hard to fill the lane.
And here's Fultz. The pass to Ennis. Now Ross. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Fultz. Pass to Gallinari. Down low, Collins. Doesn't go that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Here's Gallinari. Another shot, and the layup good by Collins. And the Hawks lead by 18.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Pass to Ross. Outside Gordon. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Collins in the post, defended by Gordon. Jones, the pass to Collins. And here's Bogdanovich for three, and it's Orlando with the rebound.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The feed now to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Atlanta calls timeout. For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. And Hunter subbed in for Gallinari. And a change for the Magic. Fournier is checked in. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
And Young kicks to Capella. Young outside. Takes a shot at the elbow. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Fultz has got his fourth rebound in this one.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on. Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Capella finds Young. Back to Capella. Lays it up and banks it in. Capella's got his first 2 points of the night. The Magic trail by 13. Here's Fournier. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
That free throw good from Young.
Maybe not a super athlete or at least a hyper athlete in the Westbrook mode, but Trae Young's ball handling ability does some incredible things for him out there on the floor to create space and help him change pace for those kind of angles where he can score.
And you love the aggressiveness of Young, tacking off the dribble, and Brent, for his size, able to finish inside.
Well, he can get to the inside. He can shake guys loose. It's his ability to see the floor, Kevin, but it still comes down to that range where Trae Young has confidence to pull up from just about anywhere to get his offense going.
And so Fournier nails both of them. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 22 is their biggest lead. In the corner, it's Hunter. Collins with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
And it's good for 2.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Bogdanovich.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Here's Capella. Hunter with it. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic trail by 12. Over to the left wing. Fultz, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Young outside. It's hauled in by Gordon. Not a lot of time left for the Magic in this one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Now Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Now here's Fultz. Vucevic down low. Capella's there. Isaac misses.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Atlanta.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 14. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Feeds it to Vucevic. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Young outside. Great D that time from Vucevic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Rebounded by the Hawks. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Bogdanovic, the bucket on the assist by Hunter. And the Hawks lead by 14. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely, and he makes that one.
And how about the vision of Fultz there? He's skilled at getting his teammates going with his passing.
Young outside. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and and tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Outside Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Right side, Bogdanovic. No good with the wing jumper.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Isaac kicks to Fultz. The shot from the low post is good.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Now, here's Collins. He's coming off a 28-point game against New York.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Here's Fournier. Again, the Magic score.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots. But it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Here's Fournier after the basket by DeAndre Hunter. And here's Fournier. He's got 5. Here's Vucevic. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Capella. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Steve Clifford a little bit. One player who's on his mind in this matchup is Clint Capella, an extremely mobile and athletic 7-footer. Coach said he's a star in his role, defense and vertical spacing. Kevin, we'll see how they handle it.
Thank you, David. Here's Young after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Hawks trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Young's shot is off.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Over Young. Makes it off the glass. Vucevic has got 5 points so far.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. And the pass to Hunter. Gordon against Collins. Passes it to Hunter. Lock at 6. Here's Bogdanovich. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Fournier against Bogdanovich. And that one is off. Collins with some nice D.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Fultz, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Young laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got his second basket.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Gallinari fourth.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
And both free throws good for Ross.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
Herder passes to Gallinari. Here's Fernando. Pass to Young for 3. Drops in the tray. Young's got his third basket of the night.
We saw that coming all the way. Trae Young just doing what he does best.
Pass to Ross. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Another miss by Orlando. Augustine with the steal. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Herder. Last game he had 10 points. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
The 19th pick in 2018 out of Maryland. Kevin Herder with the positional size and skill to adapt well to the NBA game.
And with that skill, Herder's a triple threat offensively.
Not just a standstill shooter. He can function as a secondary ball handler, creating for himself and others.
Now, here's Aminu. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks to Augustine. 4 on the shot clock. From the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Young. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
With that tight handle, Trae Young can get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Young against Augustine. The Magic need to get a shot off here. For 3, Ross, and the 3 ball is good. Ross has got 5 now.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a 3.
And so it's the Orlando Magic heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Orlando leading by 7. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Aminu. Then it's Ennis. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Ross in at the 2-guard spot. Now here is Augustine. It's rebounded by Labissiere. The Hawks shooting 41% for the game. Here's Herter. He's guarded by Ross. Young with no one around. No good from outside. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. They've led by as much as 10. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Ross didn't seem bothered at all by the contact there. Nice finish.
Young taking his time here. There's the pass to Gallinari. To the right side. Here's Herter. He's guarded by Ross. Herter, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Here is Ross, following the basket by Trae Young. And Aminu kicks to Ennis. And the three off target. The Hawks trail by 9. Young outside. From downtown. The shot missing. The Magic go the other way with it.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
It's blocked. Augustine looking around. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Takes the 13-footer. Another miss by Orlando.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Here's Young. That one falls. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Collins comes in for Labissiere. Hunter's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Kevin Herter. And the basket by Isaac.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
Now, here is Young. 13 points in the game. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Isaac's got the lead up to 12 now for Orlando. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Young. Passes to Bogdanovic. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Lets it go from the wing. But they recover it. Vucevic. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 14.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. Capella, the pass to Young. Shot to stop the run. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now, here's Capella. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bogdanovich against Gordon. Bogdanovich, no what? And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando leading by 14. Fultz the pass to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Kicks it out to Gordon. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Gordon's got 5.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And let's take a look here at John Collins. Last season, he played outstanding. 15th in rebounding, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Here's Isaac, rips down the breakaway slam.
Take a look at Isaac there, just patrolling the passing lanes, outstanding at knowing when to anticipate that pass.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Here's Fultz. Rebound, Atlanta.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Fultz, no good. The Hawks trail by 19. Here's Hunter. Cans the 12-footer. 6 points for him.
A solid mid-range shooter. Hunter knows where his strengths are.
Fournier passes to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around. 14 feet away. Collins grabs the miss.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Here's Young, and that one's on target from the wing. Young's got 15.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here's Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now Young. He's got 15. Six to shoot. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And so it's the Orlando. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what's your... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Here's Fultz following the bucket by the Hawks. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And there's Hunter on the assist from Young. He's got 8.
You people see the floor as well as Trae. If you're open, he'll find you.
And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisitions.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
Here's Bogdanovich. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Bogdanovich against Fournier. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Left alive by Atlanta. Vucevic with the block. Pass to Capella. Young outside. Over Fultz. And at last they get one to fall.
For most defenses, Young's jumper is the first thing they have to account for when they play this team.
Here's Fournier. Got it. Good job in the low post. Fournier's got 9.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
The 11-footer, count it, good. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter. Orlando leading by 14. Watch the screen. Fultz looking around, and there's the pass to Gordon. Back to Fultz. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Isaac. But they get it back. Fultz kicks to Isaac. No good on the 3. The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. To the inside. Stolen by Gordon. Pass to Fultz. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Young against Fournier. Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded. The Hawks trail by 14. Pass to Collins. Young right side. High arcing shot and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We call it off the bus range. Trae Young can shoot from the half-court logo with confidence.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Capella. This year comes in for John Collins. Gallinari, he's checked in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Gordon. James Ennis, he'll check in for Jonathan Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Bamba. Aminu dishes to Bamba. Augustine against Young. And another shot. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And that deep range opens up everything for Trae Young.
You have to take away his airspace, Kevin, as soon as he crosses midcourt. And with this tight handle, he punishes the defense when they apply pressure.
And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in. The pass to Young. Over Augustine. Young's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Ennis taking his time here. Ross on the wing. From deep. The offensive rebound. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And Matador defense
That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now, here is Young. 19 points in the game. The Hawks again can't hit. Augustine with it. To the middle. Here's Ross. And he lays it straight in. Ross has got his third basket of the night right there.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
You know, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals. And also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off of making a layup versus making a three. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
Here's Young. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Okay, incredible body control, the will to complete the play. Young with the potential and one.
And Smitty, the city of Atlanta, as you know, has really embraced Trae Young.
Kevin, they call him Ice Trae. The franchise handed him the keys, and he's running with it.
Now here's Vucevic. No good off the back of the rim. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And the Hawks with possession here. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. The Hawks trail by 13. Gallinari passes to Young. Ross against Bogdanovich. Here's Fernando. Vucevic with the block. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Now here's Fultz, defended by Labissiere. From 12 feet out. Tries again. Vucevic, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid, 79%.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Here's Fultz. He has 6. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Vucevic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Vucevic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Strong move at the rim. The defender was just a tad bit late in contesting.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They trail by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. Gallinari passes to Fernando. Over Ross. Fernando can't get it to go. Magic leading by 16. Isaac kicks to Ross. Passes it to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Over Young. And it's Gordon missing. The Hawks shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Here's Gallinari. That shot off, so Orlando will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Fultz, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Kept alive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Vucevic.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That's good from Capella. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Here's Young, and the layup falls. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
Pass to Fultz. He kicks to Vucevic, shoots over Capella, and it's Vucevic missing. The Hawks trail by 13. Now, here's Hunter. That one's not going to go. Gordon with the defensive effort. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about Isaac there, making himself a big target. Tough to match up with him in these open floor situations.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Fultz. Shots good from Young. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And here's Fultz. Outside Fournier. Good D by Bogdanovich. Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6, and there it is for him.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Now Fultz. Pass to Gordon. Back to Fultz. 6 on the shot. Outside the game. Here's Gordon. It's pulled by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. We played just over 4th quarter.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Fournier with the ball. Picked up by Garland. Knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. The bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And one of the benefits at this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. All alone. Orlando grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Isaac passes to Gordon. Dishes to Fultz. Lock at 6. It's Vucevic, top of the key. No good on that one.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Young drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 8 points here in this quarter.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
To stop the drought. Offensive rebound. And it's Vucevic missing.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting. And we've talked about Collins becoming a go-to scorer. Important points right there.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of move, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Fournier with the ball. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Collins. Sinks that one from the post. And it's now only a 1-point Magic lead.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
Young passes to Hunter. Packed in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
Here's Vucevic. No good again that time.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
43 seconds left in the game. And so Orlando again turning it over. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
It's in.
Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Fultz. Now the feed to Vucevic. And Capella sends it back. And an intentional foul right there. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Some players drift in and out of the action. Trae, he's always right in the middle of things. Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
For 3, Fournier. That one, no good. And so the Hawks take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms